Saturn shine. Next moon.
Saturn shine.
Yes. Oh, check out this moon. This is Venus.
That's not real.
Yes, it is. But
you can see the tractor beam thing right there.
This, when they first photographed this, everyone thought this was the Death Star, but actually, you know, it's a little bit different. It is oval. It's shaped. It's an oval shape to it. It's so close to the moon in such lightweight body that it is actually flattened out equatorially.
Whoa!
And it's what they call an ellipsoid, not an oval.
It happens in your middle age.
Next moon, quickly, next moon. We have to zip through these moons.
There it is. Quick. It's good, but it's quick. You like it.
Okay. Second moon. But I've got to show you something else that is a little more interesting than this. In fact, this even made network news. Bang! Yes. Everyone has heard about the new ring of Saturn, the giant new ring. Yeah, do you know how big it is? That's Saturn in the middle.
It's teeny.
This is the new ring that they've discovered. Yeah.
Wait a minute. That's not a ring.
Wait.
Oh, that's something else.
What do you call it? A portal?
That's a
Stargate? What do you want to call it?
That's
That's a secret.
Yeah, it's that big. You know how big it is?
That's the 495, man. That's the Beltway right there. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, sure. No. It's a ring of Saturn. They found that from a Spitzer, an infrared telescope, which is in trailing Earth orbit, and they use it with infrared. They found this stuff. Obviously, you can't see it because it's so small. We would have seen it by now if it was inadvisable, but there it is in the infrared.
So you're telling me that there's a giant invisible ring around Saturn?
Giant, yes, giant. It is like 3.7 million miles away from Saturn. That's pretty far. Next image there, Sean Kelly, dirtiest man in San Francisco. In the center of this ring is the orbit of the moon Phoebe. Phoebe was only photographed briefly as the Cassini orbiter was entering the Saturn system because it orbits so far out and they wanted to orbit close to the other moons. They only got a couple of shots at it as they zipped by. So, obviously, hey, the ring and Phoebe are the same thing. Could Phoebe be creating the ring? One of the theories is that meteors impact Phoebe so often it actually knocks off dust and ice, which floats around there and makes this ring. Well, that's one idea, but I'm not sure I go with that one. Again, Phoebe has a tilted orbit. It's a retrograde orbit. It's running counterclockwise to all the other moons, being it is most likely a captured moon, which raises a three-body problem because you can't just capture a moon without having a third body there to influence its gravity and go around it. But Iapetus, which is darkest moon on one side, brightest moon on the other, just intersects the edge of this ring. And they think that the dark stuff on the dark side of the dark moon there is basically like bugs on a windshield as it hits the organic material thrown up from the surface of Phoebe. He goes, hey Pete, what do you think about that flying saucer in Denver, the kid, blah, blah, blah. Like, hey, well,
What do you think?
What do you think about that, Pete?
I'll tell you what I think. Yes, and my daughter, of course, we did this years ago, or a year ago. She's only 2.5.
She's gonna go up?
Yeah, we already tried this out. It was really pretty simple. I tied her to her, and here we did it. Next image. And there she was in a cardboard box after we chased her through 3 states. We got her, and everyone knows about that. But next image.
Guards.
Oh, you gotta know, little kids playing with balloons, hide in cardboard boxes all the time.
Can you get off my fucking stage already, or what?
Yeah, I want to get off your stage. Last week, we went over some politeness lessons with you, Chicken John, and we went over this. We were very carefully talking about polite elephant, and Chicken was careful to learn all these polite lessons. And then he stole my book, my daughter's book. Then I have the book back.
I don't know, I'll get back to you.
Yeah, right.
Ladies and gentlemen, if it wasn't for Pete Goldie coming here every week talking about outer space, you still wouldn't care. Who would care?
I don't care.
About that stuff. Mom, it's dark in here.
Here's a good show.
Touch a reverb.
We can't afford reverb. Ladies and gentlemen, it's important to announce the impending
I feel bad
presence
now.
of Dr. Hal here at the Dr. Hal Show. And this is what I'm about to do. I didn't do it yet. He precipitated me, and now I'm doing it now. Here he is. Thank you.
When the living joys the brood of folly without father bred, how little you bestead or fill the fixed mind with all your toys. Dwell in some idle brain, and fancies fond with gaudy shapes possess, as thick and numberless as the gay motes that people the sunbeams, or like as hovering dreams, the fickle pensioners of Morpheus's train. But hail, thou goddess, sage and holy, hail, divinest melancholy, whose saintly visage is too bright to hit the human sense of sight, and therefore to our weaker view, o'erlaid in black, stayed wisdom's hue. Black, yet as often might esteem Prince Memnon's sister could be seen, or that starred Ethiop queen who strove to set her beauty's praise above the sea nymphs and their powers offended. Yet thou art higher still defended. Thee, bright-haired Vesta long of yore, to solitary Saturn bore his daughter, she. In Saturn's reign such mixture was not held a stain. Oft in glimmering bowers and glades he met her, and in secret shades of woody Ida's inmost grove, while yet there was no fear of Jove. Yes, melancholy. You know, the laws of the Medes and the Persians, etched in brass, the record of our show, which magically flies up and appears on YouTube because puzzling evidence is recording everything.
Oh my God.
He's recording me and he's recording you, ladies and gentlemen. And at the end of the large broadcasts, those on my list received from the show, is a huge column of URLs going back for years. You can click on them and relive those special moments.
But they will break your mailing list if you try to copy and paste them into your thing. It will cause your mail program to come to its knees.
We have to plunge onward with
Yeah. No, but we can't. We have to. There's a... It's K-Rob. It's a problem.
We have to slide down the razor blade of life with K-Rob.
San Francisco.
Thank God, K-Rob still operates. All right. Now,
At least that K-Rob isn't broken.
knock on wood, yeah. We want K-Rob to be fully functional and operational.
$5 question opening the night.
Very good. That is a good omen for me. So what do you got?
If you could be an ice cream flavor, what flavor would you be and why?
Oh my God. Raspberry rutabaga ripple. Why couldn't I be the basic flavor, the vaniglia, the ordinary vanilla ice cream, the bland everyday ice cream, which is the underlying foundation of all ice cream? Yes, I provide the basic ice cream, and then to it we add all sorts of syrups, flavorings, chocolate, caramel sauce, peanuts, whatever. But I know that people have a desire, however misplaced, for novelty. Delicious. Because, you know, there is fun food, and there is nutritional food. There is food, and there is fun food. And the mistake is not to confuse them and try to make the fun food something which you don't feel guilty about eating. Embrace the guilt and absorb the sugar and sweetness of the Ask Dr. Hal show.
Whoa.
And now let's chug it forward down the Amazon, looking at the beautiful blue-ringed Amazonian parrots, hearing the cries of the monkeys, the snakes. This is all in my mind, chicken, don't worry. This is not on the screen. And the next question is,
If 12,000 people got in a room and all hugged at the same time, one person hugs another person, how many hugs take place? Go.
no. The disappointing yet correct answer to this is one single hug. One single uncomfortable to some people, group but growth. Well, I have many ideas which brighten my life, which illuminate the dark cavern in which I have to spend my existence, where my default condition, as I said in an earlier show, is typically grief-stricken horror. Yes, I have a bright idea or two, but would they be bright if I allowed them out into the wider lumber rooms of casual inspection and public debate? I think not. They will only be bright insofar as I keep them to myself and then reveal them at certain selected times. And this is my inestimable right and privilege.